YouTube. So it's Tone back with another one for you. This one here is interesting. I think so this is like a fee schedule template, if you will. I didn't use this one. I did my estoppel, promissory estoppel, right? So you should probably look that up if you don't know what it is. I did a video going into the definition of what that is. It's one of the services that I actually offer as well. It's a little more detailed than this. You know, it lists all your property and shit like that, your kids, your license plate, your fucking you know, your license. Everything that you want to claim is your own personal private property, your fucking actual property. You know what I'm saying? This is motherfucking notice to these people that you're claiming it as your private property. So if there's any question to that shit ever moving forward, you had proof that you had already put them on notice as to, you know, who it is that you are, where you stand, and what your fucking private property is. It's in the form of an affidavit, and it gives them an opportunity to rebut any of your claims that you're making if they feel like you're wrong. And so you give them always give them an opportunity to fucking rebut anything, you know. And it's not against the law to challenge them. That shit is actually fucking welcomed. Like I don't think that all of them take it personal. I think that some of the people, you know, when they figure out what it is that's actually going on, they're probably too deep in the game to really change anything, and they don't want to risk their livelihood and all that. So I'm pretty sure they get happy when they see somebody stand up for their fucking self, and you know, is making them do their fucking job. Because I mean, other than that, they're doing what the fuck that they're told, you know, due to whatever obligations that they have now, whatever compromising situations they may have gotten themselves in and shit. And they can't do anything unless you fucking make them. And you know, they can't stand up and be like, hey, look, you know, we shouldn't have done this to you and all that shit, because then they're fucking admitting to engaging in criminal activities. What the fuck was that gonna get them? So I honestly believe that some of them actually like this. I don't think everybody in the system is bad. Anyway, moving forward, right? So this here is affidavit of obligation. It's a fee schedule, right? And so this also is in the form of an affidavit, and you're going to send it to what is it? They're going to send it right to binding agents of these corporations, right? You're not going to send it as just a broad statement and shit like that, which I've done in the past when I can't get names from these people, because a lot of them just operate like that. The DMV, RMV, good luck getting a fucking piece of paper signed with somebody's fucking name on it. It ain't going to happen, because they're all committing fraud. They're not trying to they're not trying to take the liability for that shit. They're just hoping that you don't call them out. That's the whole thing. So here's the affidavit of obligation, fee schedule, remedy, trustee, agents, fee schedule, and invoice billing statement included but not limited to this schedule. Trespass on Sestu K trust matters and trust property, including any trust property impaired as a result of any action taken without consent. 10,000 silver dollar coin convertible at the legal lawful ratio prescribed by law, 24-1. Of Federal Reserve notes to silver dollars per trespass per action, which is fucking beautiful. And that's what I put in my contracts too. It's per agent per fucking violation. And I got a fair price too. It's only 12,000. You know, I'm not hitting them with some astronomical bullshit, because I know that these motherfuckers, you know, whenever they fuck with you, they're gonna hit you with some charges and drop the book on you and fucking back to back to back charges off one fucking thing. So, you know, you should do the same fucking thing. You know what I mean? Because these people, everything about them, the way they walk, talk, and act, is all fucking violations. So you're gonna have to hit them for all of them. Therefore, I keep my charges low so we can stack them up nicely, you know. So trustee, agents, correspondents not signed in affidavit form under penalties of perjury, commercial liability, commercial, right? So here you're already putting them on notice as to what your intent is, right? And so you're gonna hit them in every possible angle here. So 10,000 in silver dollar coin convertible at the legal and lawful ratio prescribed by law, 24-1. Federal Reserve notes to silver dollars per communication not in compliance, right? They have an obligation to even speak with you in a certain fashion. People get really disrespectful when they make demands. You know what I mean? So that what the fuck part of the game is that? So trustee, agents, foreclosure, repossession, court matters against SDK Trust, 10,000 in silver coin convertible at the lawful ratio prescribed by law, 24-1 of Federal Reserve notes and to silver dollars. So trustees taking taking of any cess to K trust property through force, duress, coercion, conversion, including but not limited to arrest, kidnapping, right? And that's the same price right there. So, and that goes all the way down. Self-executing lease agreement, contract created upon the taking through force, duress, coercion, conversion of any cess to K trust property. So, right, harassment after notice. So this is after you put them on notice here, and you're gonna have them served, whether it's through, what do you call it? Whether it's through a constable, fucking the sheriff's department, depending on who it is that you're gonna be having served. If you want to make sure that they really got it, you may even have the U.S. Marshals go ahead and serve them if it's going to be on like a U.S. Supreme Court justice or something like that. Because you want to notice all of these people. It's not just any one or the other. Like, I learned the hard way that you literally have to notice every fucking body, right? Because they're going to play games. No, they're always going to play fucking games and shit. And they'll be like, oh, look, well, he didn't send us a notice over here at the county fucking next door to you, right? Did you think you had to? No, I didn't think I had to, but apparently these little faggots will be like, oh, well, he didn't send us a notice. We'll just grab him when he fucking passes by over here through our little fucking county and shit, through our fucking imaginary line. Bro, fuck yourself. For one, fuck yourself. And then here we got 7. Trustee agents, violations, breach of close, breach of trust, breach of contract, breach of the peace. Right? And breach of the peace is when you're driving peacefully along a fucking road and they cause a fucking emergency situation by activating their fucking emergency lights and blocking fucking traffic, impeding and blinding fucking people passing by to give you a fucking ticket. For what, bro? You're gonna cause that whole fucking scene and activate your emergency lights when no crime has taken place so you can give me a fucking ticket, bro? Really? That's fucking breach of peace. Okay? If you want to be real. Of oath of office. Trustee. False swearing and acting without authority. Authority implies an author. What the fuck book are you taking this from? Did you fucking write it? Did I fucking write it? So what the fuck are you even talking about, bro? Be real, nigga. Be real. What the fuck are you even talking about? So trustee, agents, false statements. All of that. All the lies that they tell you. Trustee agents, impairment of contracts, getting in the way of your fucking day-to-day activities. Right? False arrest. So then, trustee agents, violation of any unalienable rights, including but not limited to all rights protected by trust law, common law, international law, constitutions, law of nations, etc. Right? Notary or notary public defined, an officer appointed by the executive or appointing power under the laws of different states. Their duties are generally prescribed by such laws, the most unusual of which are to attest deeds, agreements, and other instruments in order to give them authenticity, to protest notes, bills of exchange, and the like, to certify copies of agreements and other instruments by acts of Congress, September 16, 1850, Minot Statute at Large, U.S. 458. It is enacted that in all cases in which, under the laws of the United States, oath or affirmations or acknowledgments may now be taken or made before any justice or justices of the peace or any state or territory, such oaths, affirmations, or acknowledgments may be hereafter also taken or made by or before any notary public duly appointed in any state or territory, and when certified under the hand of the official seal of such notary, shall have the same force and effect as if it was taken or made by such justice or justices of the peace. So this tells you that all notaries have more power than the judges. Okay, so when something is notarized and is put on the fucking record, the fucking case is closed. It ain't up for fucking debate anymore. And nobody's fucking personal opinion fucking matters after that. Alright? It doesn't fucking matter. So, and parts of the law for punishing perjury and subordination of perjury committed in any such of the oaths or affirmations when taken or made before any such justices of the peace shall apply to any such offense committed in any oaths or affirmations which may be taken under this act before notary public or commissioner as hereinafter named, provided always. So I'm switching the slide here. So I'm taking a second. So that on any trial for either of these offenses, the seal and signature of the notary shall not be deemed sufficient in themselves to establish the official character of such notary, but the same shall be shown by other and proper evidence, right? So that's your administrative process and things like that. So it's not necessarily the fact that they notarized it. The fact that you signed it is one. You got your 2 witnesses there, send it certified and or by a carrier. That's your 3 witnesses. Not even that you fucking need them all. You know what I mean? And it's not any one thing here, but just know how powerful the administrative process actually is, because that's all that they do. They're just corporations running a fucking administrative fucking scam on you. That's all it is. Their acts have long been respected by the customs of merchants and by the courts of all nations, right? This is going into what the notaries are. And notaries are authorized to take depositions and do all their acts in relation to taking testimony to be used in the courts of the United States, and to take acknowledgments and affidavits with the same effect as commissioners of the United States Circuit Court. So this is the same thing as a judge. You can even act as a judge if you know how to use the stamp technology, right? So that's using the $1 stamp, and you cancel the stamp, you're the judge there. And there's even more things that you can even do to guarantee that you win too, as far as using the different fonts and things like that, whether it be the Old English, cursive, and the like, right? And that's going to get you right where you want to be, because these motherfuckers too, like it's so deep, the levels that they go to too. And so they use the New Roman font, right, which is basically different symbols than regular English. Regular English is Old English. That's what fucking kings use, right? This is what the fuck that we do. Diplomats, kings, we're using the Old English. These motherfuckers are using the New Roman font, which they can lie in. This is where one word means 1,000 fucking things. So they can always have the plausible deniability, right? Based on the fact that they weren't aware of the language that they were using was a fucking lie. That's all. It's the shit goes deep. It's multifaceted fuckery. That's what I call it. And a lot of people are simple-minded fucking fools drinking fluoride, and they're literally fucking morons, and they don't have the capacity to understand things on such a scale, right? Now, by act of June, so this basically just goes into the power of the actual notaries, which is astronomical too, if you really want to get into it. What notaries can actually do. You know, a few notaries can shut down a fucking state, if you want to be real. And a couple calculated fucking surety bond hits can shut down a fucking shut down just about everything. Just about everything. Surrey jury, known as John, of the genealogy of Doe, freeborn spiritual being on this land, state the facts contained herein are true, correct, complete, and not misleading, to the best of my personal and first-hand knowledge and belief. Being of sound mind, competent over the age of 18, this is my free will, voluntary act, and deed to make, execute, seal, acknowledge, and deliver under my hand the seal with explicit reservation of all my unalienable rights and my specific common law right not to be bound by any contract or obligation which I have not entered into knowingly, willingly, voluntarily, and without misrepresentation, duress, or coercion, whereby I did not sign or consent. I am not now, nor have ever been, a citizen, nor a U.S. citizen. But you can't. How the fuck can you be a U.S. citizen when the U.S. is a corporation registered in fucking England? What the fuck? That's like saying you're a citizen of Walmart. You need to wake the fuck up. You need to wake the fuck up. 14th Amendment, federal citizen nor employee. I am not bound by sworn oath or oath of office, whereas I hereby disclaim clauses 1 and 2 of the Section 1 to the 14th Amendment, together with Article 4, Section 3, Clause 2. I do hereby certify, verify, state, claim, and declare forever without abandonment real property on earth, personal property, body, that's your personal property, and ecclesiastical property, a soul, right? That's the intangible quantum, right? This is where we fucking exist, in a quantum field. Though, you know, they want to have you believe that you're a fucking bag of meat on earth, subject to some book that some other motherfucking clowns wrote. Are you kidding me, bro? Really? Cut it out. Together with all the trust, probate, rights, titles, interests, droit both absolute and contingent without the U.S., which is the corporation, should this not be true, and let the record be corrected, or it will stand as truth. Right? You're giving them an opportunity to fucking rebut this, which by all means they should. If they fucking think that they have something, they don't. I'm telling you that right now, they don't fucking have nothing. So this is an unrebuttable document. It's fucking rhetorical, essentially, and you're just gonna get what the fuck you want because it's yours already. You're just letting them know that you know that this shit's yours already. And if they have a problem with it, then fucking speak now, forever hold your peace. You know? Veracity. In my private capacity as general executor of said Sestuke Trust account, Droid, this serves notice that your offer has been accepted as valuable consideration and returned for value. This property is exempt from levy, natural law. Please adjust this account for the proceeds, products, accounts, and fixtures, and release the orders to the court to me immediately. Make adjustments and close this account immediately with prejudice. I accept your oath of office, your security agreement, constitutions and bylaws, and malfeasance bond. So you have to fucking accept them all, right? Put your stamp on them and give them your letter of your intent, and which is to move forward with a claim, whether it's on your surety bond, liability, etc. Right? And this is putting them on notice. This is what we call notice. And people think that putting them on notice is not a good idea. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Chances are you don't even know who the fuck you are. So if you don't have a contract, you're gonna go in there and get fucking mollywopped by these fucking magicians. They're black fucking magicians, and they know how to fucking trick you into fucking believing their bullshit. So if you don't know who the fuck you are, I highly fucking recommend that you go ahead and get your fucking contract in place so you have something to fucking read. Because what the fuck are you going to say otherwise, man? What are you going to say? You're going to end up arguing with these people, which puts you right into their jurisdiction, and then you're going to get locked the fuck up. I guarantee that. So anybody who tells you that there's a better fucking process, show it to me. Show it to me. On your honor and solemn oath to perform your obligations and duties to protect my unalienable rights in your fiduciary capacity against any and all claims, legal actions, orders, warrants, judgments, demands, liabilities, losses, foreclosures, depositions, summonses, lawsuits, cost, fines, liens, levies, penalties, taxes, damages, interest, and expenses whatsoever, both absolute and contingent, as might be suffered by, imposed on, and incurred by debtor for any and every reason, purpose, and cause whatsoever, please honor obligation and good faith in performance of your duties, quid pro quos, in equal exchange or substitution. This is my free will, voluntary act, and deed, true and lawful attorney, in fact, to make, execute, seal, acknowledge, and deliver under my hand and seal, explicitly reserving all rights without prejudice. Right? Jury known as John is the genealogy of Doe Baylor for John Doe Bailey. Right, so you can use this as a template, and always want to do your own research if you were ever to go ahead and send something like this in. It isn't a big deal, but some people take it personal, and they get, like I always say, there is no fucking silver bullet here either. It just doesn't fucking exist. Ultimately you're gonna have to figure out who you are, and that only really comes when you start learning about who that they're not. And so you gotta know your enemy, and when you start to read, you see that it was really just you against you. The whole time. International registered mail number, right? You get that registered too. There's not there. You send that registered and they're all set. There's nothing that they can do. Certified mail, they still have their administrative laws that they can still fuck with. That's what allows them to still commit crimes even when you send shit certified. But you're at least, getting your shit done regardless. But when you send it registered, this is fucking common law. They're obligated now. There is no fucking administrative bullshit that they can pull after that. They're gonna have to file this motherfucker. Facts. Send that shit registered. So notice, public as defined, and those who have a public authority and which have been made before public officers are authorized by a public seal, have been made by the authority of a magistrate, or which have been extracted and properly authenticated from public records. Black's Law Dictionary, 6th edition. So certificate of acknowledgement. On this day, the individual named above in his/her stated capacity personally appeared before me to execute this acknowledgement that this instrument was signed, sealed, and delivered as their free will, voluntary act, and deed to make, execute, seal, acknowledge, and deliver under their hand, and seal verified and authenticated for the uses and purposes therein mentioned. Boom. So you got your shit right there. right? And so this puts you right in a position to go ahead and just start fucking making claims on surety bonds. You want to get all those first. You want to accept those for value. You want to stamp them. You want certified copies included with this if you're accepting all their fucking oaths and surety bond as well, right? You want, I mean, you definitely want all that. Send all that there so they know what time it is. And then for any of these motherfuckers that are under these people, injure you in any way, tort, fucking disrespect you, act out of line with what their fucking job title is, which is a fucking servant, and if they act out of that job or acting position, right? Acting governor, acting mayor, acting president, right? So, and those are right in their title. So when they act out of line, then you can tax them, and you don't sue them. You fucking hit their bonds, and they're gonna have to pay. And so usually they're covered by blanket bonds and things like that. They get hit like three times, they're getting shut down. The people that put the money in their bonds are gonna pull that fucking money, and they're not gonna be able to work. They're all gonna be going to the fucking unemployment office. So how do you want to play? It's chess. Stop fucking playing checkers. So that's what I got for you for now. Until we